What's up guys, and welcome back once again to the reviews. Today I'm checking out the newest keyboard from Akko. Thank you to them for sending this over, really appreciate it. This is the Akko 5075 ISO keyboard. So this is basically a wireless keyboard, triple wireless, a triple type of connection, so USB-C, 2.4 GHz and Bluetooth as well. The version I have comes with their cream blue pro keys, switches in it, but they've also been kind enough to send me over their yellow ones as well, which are the linear ones. So we'll have a test of both of these as well. So let's get it unboxed, have a look at it, tell you about the features of it, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on it and how I feel it is. Right, so this is the Akko 5075 keyboard. As the name states, so you might not know, but it's a 75% keyboard. Like I say, it's from Akko. Again, thank you to them for sending this over. This is their newest keyboard in terms of wireless, and it comes in a variety of sort of colours and switches and things like that. Links will be in the description below for you to see sort of the options available for this. Now, you may not have heard of Akko before. I have heard of them, to be honest with you, and I have looked at a lot of their products before, and I've always been quite impressed by the looks of them. So I was very pleased when they agreed to send one over to me for review. So let's talk about some of the specs of it as we're going through it. So in the box, you get it nicely packaged with a plastic protective cover over the top of it. You get a little package here. Let's see what we get inside. So inside the package, before we get into the keyboard, you get some white keycaps to go with it, some extra ones with symbols on and things like that, different space bar, backspace, everything like that. So you get a few extras there. You get some grey coloured keycaps as well, extra ones as well, so you can change them out if you need to. So you get a full set of those. They basically different language ones by the looks of it. So you get a full set of that, which is good. You get a keycap puller, and you also get a switch puller as well, because this is a hot swappable keyboard. So you can swap your switches out with a standard 5-pin, I believe it is. And you also get some extra blue switches included. Like I say, these are the cream blue pros, and these are their tactile switches that you get with it. You also get some rubber dampeners of some sort. I'm not sure what they're actually used for yet, but we'll check that out later. And then also you get the keyboard itself, and you get a little sort of instruction manual. Whether you need that or not is up to you, but you get a little instruction manual to do with like the sort of functions and stuff as well. This keyboard does allow you to use sort of F functions as well as other functions using a combination of keys. So you've still got that there, even though it's a 75% keyboard, you've still got all of that as well. Let's take a look at the keyboard itself. So this is the keyboard as it comes standard. This is the black and silver variety. It's more of a gunmetal grey really in terms of the keys, and you've got the black keys around the outside. Really, really nice looking keys actually, really good. I really like that sort of colour scheme. It looks really nice. Like I say, they do other ones. They do one with like gold and stuff like that on it. They do some special edition ones as well. So obviously have a look on their website as to whether you like any of the other ones as well. Quick talk over the keyboard itself. Like I say, we've got the Akko V3 Cream Blue Pro switch in here at the moment, which is their tactile switch, as normally blue is a tactile switch. This is an operating force of 45 grams, total travel of 3.3 millimeters, pre-travel of 2.2, tactile position of 0.1, and a tactile force of 55. Like I said, they are the blue, which generally are clicky, but these don't seem to have that much of a click to them. I actually really like the sound of these. Feel really nice. So this is also an RGB keyboard. You've got underglow RGB, south-facing RGB on these. You've also got some underglow on the side here, which we'll obviously show you soon. So you've got underglow on both sides, RGB as well, which is really nice. In terms of build quality, feels absolutely solid. Literally no deck flex whatsoever in that. It is just an all plastic construction on the outside, but yes, absolutely fantastic. There's no deck flex in that at all. It feels absolutely solid. I'm really impressed by that. As well as that, obviously you've got your function sort of wheel here as well for like volume control and things like that. Also clicks in as well. We will look to see if there's any software that can be removed. I don't know why you need to do that, but that can be removed as well. So you've got that up there as well. Like I say, you've got all your function keys are still included on this. Obviously there is sort of different things you can do in terms of the functions and stuff like that for changing stuff on here as well. But in terms of that, other than that, let's have another look around. On the back, pretty much standard. You've got your selection switch here. You can go from Mac to Windows or to USB on there. So if you want to use it on a Mac, you can do as well. And I believe you've got the keys in the package as well. In terms of adjustability, you've got obviously down, you've got up, and you've got half up as well. So you've got 3 positions for your adjustability. You've got rubber feet on there to stop it moving around. Yeah, it doesn't move at all when it's on the deck. It doesn't move around at all, so you're going to have no problem with that, especially on a mouse mount, which most people will be using it on. And then you've got a USB-C connection on there, which it does come with a USB cable as well, USB-C to USB-A for using it like that as well. So let's get this plugged in. We'll talk a little bit more about it. You do get your USB dongle on the back here stored away, so you've got a place to store that, which again is another nice little feature. So we'll get that plugged in, and then obviously we'll turn it on. So to turn it on, you literally just flick it over to Windows or to Mac, obviously depending on what you're using. It'll automatically turn on. Obviously USB will be waiting for the USB signal to be able to turn on. And then now you can see straight away the RGB effects underneath here, so they can be changed as well. So now we've got the keyboard turned on. Let's just adjust it into my position. So I like to have it elevated up to the maximum position normally, and you can see obviously we've got the RGB shining through. Hopefully you can see that nicely. Obviously it is brighter in here, so it is a bit more difficult to see. I'll quickly just turn the lights off so you can see the actual RGB a bit better. Obviously it now shines through a little better, and you can see the RGB glow on the underside as well. So now let's talk a little bit more about this keyboard and basically what you get with this keyboard. So one of the main points for this is it's a gasket mounted PCB, and the plate underneath is supported by silicone spacers, so basically obviously avoid the collision between the parts inside, and obviously to dampen the noise down a little bit as well and reduce the sound. So this has got 3 layers of noise reducing cotton inside as well, which basically reduces the hollow noise and basically stimulates the gasket in order to give you a better sound of the keyboard. Obviously you can see now it's turned off as well. Obviously after it's been on for a little bit and you've not done anything, it does turn off into sort of a standby mode. And obviously wakes up again by just pressing on any key. So it's a very customizable keyboard. You can do a lot to it. Like I say, obviously it's hot swappable, so you can change the switches out for any switches that will fit with this style, which is the 5-pin hot swappable style. So you can plug any in those. There'll be no solder and anything like that involved. You literally can just pop them off, which I'll do in a second to show you. So you can literally change them out, and I'll change and put some yellow ones in, so we can hear the difference between those as well. So I'll have a quick talk about the software whilst we're here and talking about lighting and things like that. So you do get some software from Akko, which does work wireless as well. We don't need to plug it in, which is nice. So you've got obviously your keyboard layout here, and you can do your macros. So you've got up to 4 macros on there, and you can go into a custom mode as well. So you can literally change sort of the key settings of what the keys do and things like that. You've got hotkeys, macros, medias, and mouse. So you can actually add keys to this for your sort of macros, to allow you to do sort of shortcuts and things like that. So that's nice to see. Also on here you've got an option to change the sensitivity of the keys from sort of 1 to 10 if you want to do that. You've got another macro in menu here, so you can actually make your own macros up on here as well, for different things depending on obviously what you want to do with them. There's a support tab for checking firmware and things like that. I won't talk too much about that. And then also we've got the lighting effects here as well. So we're currently on the dazzle setting. You can do backlight effects on, and you can literally choose different settings. I'll just quickly switch down to the keyboard so you can see these effects. So at the moment we've got breathe on, which basically breathes between the colours. We can go meteor. As you can see there, it does like a meteor effect across. There's loads of different ones. We'll just show you a few. Steady stream, what does that do? Let's have a look. That's the steady stream going back to front like that. Plenty of options on here. You can change the options for the different settings as well, depending on how you want it. Like you can see, there's loads of different ones. We've also got audio visualizer and things like that, so we can actually change that over, and the RGB can be set to basically react to music and things like that as well, to make it like it's obviously react to the sounds. I assume it can react to the sound of your games and stuff like that as well. We're just going to put it on normal full RGB for across the lot, which basically just keeps the colours on. And also you can change the light bar independently as well. You can change the speed, the brightness. You can change your standby modes on here as well. So this basically turns the lights off after a certain amount of time on either 2.4 gigahertz or your Bluetooth. So you can change that obviously to save your battery, or you can extend it if you want to. So there's enough options in this software for most people. I can't see you need anything else really. And it also gives you a battery indication up here as well, which is good. So we'll just do a quick typing test to see how I think this basically performs. I'm not the best typer. Obviously you can see I'm already making mistakes. So we've done a typing test, and personally I can say this is a lovely, lovely keyboard to type on. Let's just do sort of a bit of a sound test. I hope you can hear there that the sound of this and the quality of this keyboard is absolutely fantastic. This knob here as well, as I've not actually really talked about it too much, basically does your volume control for your desktop. And I also believe when you're playing music and stuff like that, that will pause and play as well, so you've got a volume control there. So now we've had a play around with it and obviously tested it and felt how good it is. Let's basically whip some of the keys off and whip some of the switches out and put these yellow ones in. We'll see how they sound as well, so you get an idea of the different sounds between the two. And then we've got obviously a bit of a comparison. So I'll quickly do that now. So now we've got in our keys 2, 3 and 4, we've got the yellow switches installed, and obviously everywhere else we've got blues. So let's have a little listen to see how they sound. So you can hear a very slight click on the blue ones. Personally, it's not the loudest, so I actually prefer these blues in terms of compared to other blues that I've used before, which are really, really loud clicks. On this one, they're not that bad at all, not very loud. And the whole keyboard just sounds absolutely incredible. It sounds really, really well put together. I'm very, very impressed by this. Very, very nice indeed. So that's it really, talking about the keyboard, guys. If you're looking for a wireless keyboard and don't want to spend a lot of money, thing I haven't mentioned about this keyboard is very, very well priced. You're actually looking around £89 here in the UK, so same sort of in euros and dollars, probably around $100, that kind of thing, I'm not sure. But absolutely bargain price for such a good keyboard. £89 is absolutely fantastic. You'll spend that on a good quality wired keyboard from other brands, and this is definitely good quality. Looks absolutely amazing. I'm really, really impressed with this. And obviously you can change your keycaps out to anything you want as well if you want to buy extra keycaps. It's a standard sort of Cherry MX key stem on these, so you can change it for pretty much any keycaps out there, and you'll get sort of your desired effect. But this one I think just looks absolutely fantastic anyway. Looks really, really nice, and yeah, it's definitely the part. I think I might actually be changing this to my main keyboard from now on. I absolutely love this. Really, really impressed. So let's go back up top and have a few discussions about the keyboard. Right, so there we have it, guys. The Akko 5075 in the silver colour. Like I say, they do other colours. You can see some of those behind me. They do other versions. On here, actually, they've got a Dragon Ball version, a Naruto. They've got quite a few versions here you can choose. They even do white versions as well. So they've got you covered, basically, for anything. Basically, they've got you covered for any most of the styles that you're going to want. And like I say, if you want to, you can change all your keycaps out as well. But this is absolutely fantastic. Really, really impressed with this. Like I say, the build quality is fantastic. There's no flex in that deck whatsoever. When you're pushing down on it, it doesn't flex in. I know some keyboards do that, and are meant to do that, but I don't understand really why. It's just, it feels absolutely solid. And like I said, I've done a typing test on it. I'm not the best typer in the world, so I make mistakes quite a lot. Same on my other keyboard anyway, but it feels absolutely lovely to type on. I can't complain about this at all. Is there any sort of any downsides to this? Really? Not really, to be honest with you. I can't really think of anything that would be a downside. It would be nice if you get some shine through keycaps on the sort of legends for the keys, but that's just nitpicking really. Your software does everything you need it to do really. It's not the fastest software. This is probably the only gripe I've got, is the software's not very quick. It might be quicker over USB, however I've done it over wireless, but it's not terrible, do you know what I mean? It's really not bad at all. In terms of, I'm a big believer in the fact that if something's heavy, good quality, I know that might sound stupid, but this is very heavy. For a plastic construction keyboard, this is very heavy. Obviously, it has got a metal PCB and that inside, and it's gasket mounted and everything like that, but it just feels absolutely fantastic. And I'm not just saying this just because Akko have sent it over for me to test it. It's fantastic. It's brilliant. If you're looking for a wireless keyboard, and you don't want to spend a crazy amount of money, then definitely go and consider this. Personally, if I hadn't got one of these and I'd tried one somewhere else, I actually would go out and buy one of these, because I was looking for a wireless keyboard anyway. I do love my keyboard, don't get me wrong, my HyperX, but it's wired because it is made out of aluminium. But I was looking for a wireless keyboard to get. And you know what, this might actually be the one I change to, because I absolutely love it. It looks fantastic, feels fantastic, typing on it's great. If it's good at typing, it's going to be fine for gaming as well. And the switches are really nice as well. So that's it, guys, really. I hope you find this video interesting. I hope if you were looking for this keyboard and wondering whether it's worth buying, I hope this has helped you. And personally, I can say I'd highly recommend this keyboard for sure. If you're looking for a wireless keyboard and don't want to spend a lot of money, obviously you can use it wired as well if you want, or even for Mac, then yeah, definitely consider this keyboard. Or if you was already looking at this keyboard, then just go out and buy it. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you again, Akko, for sending this out for me for review. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this has been interesting. If it has and you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't, give it a thumbs down. Give me any comments in the comment section below if you have any questions about it, or if you just want to let me know that you've got one or you're considering getting one or anything like that, give me a shout. If you haven't already subscribed, please don't forget to. It doesn't cost you anything and helps me out massively. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.